breakage was real, honey, with those things. The breakage was so real, and just all types of raggedy. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for today because today I'm finally doing the most requested video on my channel ever in life. And that is my hair care routine. And it's going to be my hair care routine on how I get this like shiny, healthy looking hair, because it's been a journey, you guys. It's been a long, long journey. Okay, it has really been a time. Got a bad haircut. So when I'm stressed, I like started, kind of picking at my hair, which creates breakage, and then made my hair. It was just like everything was a nightmare. Pulled my hair back when it was wet. So then I had breakage in the front. Edges were gone. Literally, hairline was deceased, buried, gone and dead for years, and now she's finally coming back strong. And I have some great products, and I have some great tips, and I have some great tools that I use, and I have been really loving this hair journey. And I just want to say, for anything I'm using, you don't need to use this, of course. This is just what works for me. I'm not saying it's necessarily 100% going to work for you, but I would be really surprised if at least the process that I take doesn't work for you. And if some of these products don't work. I do think, like, it takes a while to find like the right stuff for you, and hair goes through transformations all the time, and it goes from being super thick and then going thin and frizzy and dry and oily. Like, you go through so much, I feel like, with your hair, that finding the right products that work for you consistently can be hard, but I feel like I've really gotten the process down, especially in the past 5 years. Also, before I jump into the video, if you like this look, because I've gotten a lot of questions to put my makeup that I wear in a video in the description bar down below, and sometimes I forget, but I've been trying really hard to like link everything that I use down below so that you can check it out. But I have a video going up before or after this. If it's gone up before, I'm gonna link it down below or on the screen now. This like purple, beautiful eyeshadow of dreams. It's a brand review, and it's a full try-on video, and I'm very excited for it. So if you're interested, check out that video somewhere on the screen, or next week it'll be up. And without further ado, I want to jump into this hair care routine for shiny hair. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump into my hair care routine for shiny, healthy hair. All right, let's get into it. First things first. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna say, you gotta get haircuts, you guys. Now, I really don't like getting haircuts in general. I've just been traumatized. I hate it so much, but I gotta get my hair cut. Even if it's just like a dusting, right? Like a dusting is fine to like get these ends right and tight, looking good, not looking like all like messed up hay. You know what I mean? Like when it's just like, meh, all just crazy. We don't want that. Nobody wants that look. So making sure that you get your haircut is like important. It really helps with, people say it helps with hair growth. I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know, but it helps with it looking shiny, because the ends, when they are looking all types of split, also look all types of dusty and dry. Okay, they look dusty and dry. So get your haircut. That's step one. Now my step two routine is, I wash my hair, but I only wash it when it's getting like all types of greasy. You've probably noticed that my hair is so greasy in some videos because I don't try to overwash my hair. I find that when I do that, my hair personally can look a little bit more on the dry side. All right, so the first thing I do, like the first product I use in my hair care routine, is a hair mask, and like a hair mask hair treatment. And the product I use is Olaplex 3. And if you've been on my channel before, well, you haven't been on my channel before, you're not here with me at home, but if you've watched any of my videos before about hair, or any of my like roundup videos, this has been in a million favorites. This is a favorite every month. This has been a favorite for years. I put this in for at least 2 hours. Now it says you can do it for 10 minutes. This is a fresh bottle, just got it, obsessed with it. I love it so much. I leave it in for at least 2 hours. Sometimes I've done it overnight. If I know it's like right before bed and I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna wash my hair tomorrow, but I'm gonna be busy, I'll like put it in my hair overnight and just like let it sit and wash my hair in the morning. You can leave it in the least amount of time I've left it in for is about 45 minutes, and I've had good results. I just like to leave it in for longer. you know, I don't think that it says 10 minutes at least, so I think that will be fine, but my preference is just longer. But I didn't notice like a huge difference when I did it for 45 minutes versus like 8 hours when I've done that before. It's just like what works for my hair washing schedule. But I really, really like this. I always have a backup of this in stock because it's a pretty small bottle, but I think if you use it right, you can make it last for longer, but it also depends on how thick your hair is, how long your hair is, and all of that. So this will last me for a good amount of time, but what I like to do is I spray my hair with a spray bottle. Then I take some of this and put it in my hair and start at the ends and just kind of put it through and then brush my hair. Then I go to the top of my head and do it that way. I just find that it distributes the product better if I do ends first and then the top of my head. But you can do whatever order you want. There's no like right or wrong. Well, am I okay like trying to explain stuff? And what I definitely like to do is I like to focus this on where the breakage is, or where I'm feeling like my hair is laying super weird, and just looking all types of whack attack. Then I will take this and really focus it on that area and really smooth it down and then brush it through with a brush. Now, the brush that you use I think is super freaking important when you brush your hair, especially when it's wet. And the brush that I really like to use is this brush from Dry Bar, and this is just like a really good brush to get tangles out. This is also really good curly hair, straight hair. It just really brushes through like so dang good. Like it doesn't get caught in any of my curls. It doesn't get caught in any of like in my tangledness, because my hair does get tangled and it's just looking crazy sometimes. It brushes through really oily hair well, which is like always good. Like I love this brush so much. This is so versatile, and if your hair is wet, a brush like this is really good. There's a bunch of wet brushes that you can use, but I really think that this is worth the money. I believe it's like $20, something like that. It's really not the cheapest brush on earth, I know, but this is really good and it's lasted me really long, and I've definitely noticed a difference in the breakage at the front of my hair specifically when I use this brush. I feel like I have had a lot more breakage when I've used other brushes, so this is definitely a highly recommend, and this is a highly recommend too. Now, when I'm letting the Olaplex sit in my hair, I tie my hair up, but not too tight, but I use like two different types of like hair scrunchie thingies, hair ties, and scrunchies. Well, this technically is a scrunchie. I like to use something that's either silk, something like this, or one that's like one of these like, what is this? I don't know what this is, but it's like a plastic bungee cordy style hair tie. I have this in multiple sizes, so this is tiny. Like this is for someone's hair that is not really mine. I can't find my bigger ones right now because of course, just like bobby pins, hair ties go missing almost immediately, and you can't find them, and it's the worst. But something like this is great. I like to do this for like half up, half downs or something like that. That's why I have a smaller one, but this is really, really good, and it doesn't rip my hair out. And I think it's important to use stuff that isn't going to rip your hair out, but also is like, don't pull it too tight because your hair is more fragile when it's wet and it can break. So that's a note. Okay, next let's go into shampoo and conditioner. So I have used a ton of different shampoos and conditioners, and it really depends on like what you personally like. I have tested the Odell hair stuff and I've really liked that, but I like something that's custom. So this is not an ad, I just want to say, because I feel like there's a lot of ads for this, but I use the brand Pros, and I really like this. So I get custom shampoo and conditioner, and I just feel like it's helped so much, because you know, sometimes like I like stuff like when my hair changes or when I notice a difference, I want to be able to change it. I want to be able to pick the scent. I want to be able to pick exactly what my needs are. My hair doesn't need the same stuff all the time. You know, after I'm done with the bottle, I might want something different. I find that this is worth the money, like by far, and I like the process. I've noticed such a difference in shine in my hair, and you can kind of pick what you want. So you pick like your hair texture, thickness, you pick what your needs are. If you're looking for hydration, if you're looking to, you know, get rid of frizz, which can be all types of messing up with your shine and the health of your hair look. And this is really, really good. Now, this isn't the cheapest thing on earth, but it also isn't very expensive. I know there's other brands that do like custom shampoo. Like I think Function of Beauty has, I've used Function of Beauty before, and I think that they had like they have like a whole new hair care system or something like that. I could be wrong because I'm not using them right now, but Function of Beauty has something similar where you can kind of make it a little bit custom. I personally think Prose like does just such a good in-depth job, and I highly recommend checking them out. The bottles aren't like massive by any means, but I will say like I haven't really used, like a little bit of this goes a long way. Like the shampoo does a really good job at washing your hair. The conditioner, like I don't need a lot of it to really like hydrate the ends of my hair. I do not put conditioner on the top of my head because I will look like a greasy mess if I do that like almost immediately. And I also really like that they give you the ingredients. So like they give you a breakdown of what's in it. They'll say this is in there for that, this is in there for that, this is what the whole breakdown of the shampoo is and the conditioner is, and they give you the full ingredient list. I personally really like that because I like to know what is working for my hair. These were great, and I'm gonna stop talking about them because I've been talking about them forever, but I really like Prose. And I think just a custom thing is really good. Again, I understand it's not the cheapest thing on earth. It's just sometimes easier to go to CVS and like grab whatever, you know, shampoo is there. But I do think if, you know, hair health is priority, or just kind of figuring out maybe why your hair doesn't have as much shine or whatever, or you have like a really like dry scalp, or you know, your hair just is imbalanced, something like this would be good because it might be something like random, like environmental factors or what you're eating or drinking or how little you're drinking. Like there's so much that goes into like the questions that they ask. I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, and then get out of the shower, a towel, dry my hair. Now I use like a turby twist type of hair tie, like one of the hair towel that's like small. Like I don't use anything heavy, that I can like put my head upside down and like kind of easily put it up, and then it kind of just absorbs the water. My hair absorbs water like crazy and stays wet for so long, so something like that is great, and it's not heavy. I find when I like use towels normally, I mean I've been using a turby twist since college, it's been a million years, but I noticed like I felt like it was breaking my hair more because the weight of it was just really heavy and my hair was wet, and your hair is weaker when it's wet. It just is. So that's also something I use that I really like. I highly recommend a towel like that. And you can get, there's a million brands that make them, like as seen on TV, but also you can just buy them. I think they even have them at like CVS and stuff like that. You can just grab them wherever. I think they even have them at Costco, Walmart, wherever. Highly recommend checking those out. Okay, next let's move on to beauty tools, because in terms of hair products in general, that is kind of where I let it lie. I do use dry shampoos, but I kind of switch dry shampoos all the time. I just kind of use dry shampoo to get me to that last day when I'm looking all types of greasy mess. I think not washing your hair a lot is a big thing for like having your hair not look super dry or split endsy or just kind of frizzy. So I try to use dry shampoo as much as possible, but I'm not like consistent with anyone, so I don't want to recommend anyone, but I use dry shampoo a lot. And I don't really right now use a lot of hair oils on my hair because I don't need it. My hair isn't in a dry place, especially since I've switched my shampoos and kind of been focusing more on just having products that are like handling what my hair needs at the source, so then I don't need additional products, if that makes sense. But if I do need like an oil, I'll grab like Olaplex oil or something like that. So next, let's move on to the hair tools I use. So first things first, I blow dry my hair. Now, okay, I just want to say I recognize that this is insane, but this is the blow dryer I've been using for a couple years now, and it has changed the game for me. The Dyson hair dryer. First of all, it's magnetic because you see that there is a bobby pin attached to it. Bobby pins are everywhere all the time, don't you think? So I use the Dyson hair dryer. Now, I know that this is expensive, but this truly has been game changer for me. There's plenty of amazing blow dryers out there, but for me, because this dries my hair so fast, I don't need as much heat. I have not found another blow dryer that blow dries my hair this well. You know, I've used the Dyson, not the Dyson, the what is this, Dry Bar one. I've used, oh my gosh, I've used so many different blow dryers. The T3 one, I've used so many, and like none of them give me this result. When I'm done blow drying my hair with like just like a regular round brush, like nothing fancy, I notice my hair is shiny after that. That is not something I've experienced with other hair dryers. And what's nice about this is you can kind of you can adjust how strong the wind is, but also how hot it gets. So you can kind of adjust for yourself what you want. And there's also a cool shot on here, which is nice at the end when you're done blow drying your hair, to kind of give it a cool shot so that it looks extra shiny. I think most blow dryers have that though. Like, I don't think that's unique to this, but I like that I can control the wind and I can control the heat. That's what I like a lot. And yeah, this is really great. It comes with multiple attachments. This is the one I mostly use, just this like flat, skinny duckbill mouth one. And this is like, it just is magnetic. It's great. This is awesome. And it doesn't have like that thing where it kind of can get stuck in your hair when you're blow drying your hair upside down, and I feel like I've always gotten my hair stuck and stuff. This is really good and I really enjoy this. Okay, next we're going on to straighteners and the techniques, not just straighteners, heat tools, and the techniques I use with them. So, because I do think that this makes a difference. Everything's all tied up in itself. So this is the GHD Platinum Plus straightener, and this is life-changing. My hair has been so much shinier since I started using this, but also I've noticed a lot less breakage. So what I like about this is I don't pick a degree. It like kind of based off of like when I go over, like straighten it like the first time, it kind of decides what my hair needs and gives me that heat. And I will say this does that. I've had so many millions of different straighteners over like the years, and this really is like life-changing. And it is up there in price, but I will say during Black Friday they have a great deal, and they're also available at Sephora. So when Sephora has like sales and stuff, and even the Nordstrom sale, I believe that they have this in the Nordstrom sale. So hopefully this goes up before that. Maybe I'll upload this video before my other video that I have so that you can purchase this. But yeah, this is really great and I'm obsessed with this. And it just does such a good job. So the rule that I have with straightening my hair is I kind of break it into, but I like separate it into like 4 chunks of hair. So I do the bottom layer first, and I'm just gonna do an example of what I do with my hair. So I take, let's say this is the bottom layer of my hair. I take like a thin layer, nothing too crazy at all. I actually might even, no, that's like maybe even a little thick. Something like this. So this is kind of the thickness at which I like use. So the hair, like you can see through it, it's not super thick itself. Okay, so I take my straightener and I'll take it to my root, and I'll really, go like this a little bit at the root. Not pull hard, but just make sure I'm like, if you're straightening your hair and you have like, unruly roots, do that, kind of straighten it like that, and then slowly, this is at the rate that I'll straighten it at. And I'll go over it 1 time. My hair's about to be so staticky from doing this. What am I doing? And then I'm done. And then I move on to the next piece. And I find only going over my hair once, using this type of straightener that kind of gives you the heat that you need, and really focusing on the root at first if you have, unruly roots, curly roots, whatever it is, and you kind of want it all to be one straightness, then really focusing on the roots first, pulling it, but not pulling at the hairs, just like lightly doing it, straightening it, and then going down in one fell swoop will make the biggest difference in what you need. And then let's say there's some pieces where like you need to go over it twice, that's okay. But like in general, try to avoid going over your hair too much, because first of all, it creates split ends. Going over it once slowly is significantly better than going over it a ton of times with a straightener. It also helps with frizz. It helps with just breakage in general. It's really like, that is a really good technique. So I do that in all 4 pieces. And then around my face, I try to not focus too much heat on the front of my face, like where my edges are, just because I'm like, the hairline is, because I just don't want like any breakage there to continue. I want my baby hairs to kind of grow in and like look nice. So I try to avoid too much heat there, but I will go over them very lightly and do that. And I really, really like this straightener. Like this truly, when I started using this, really changed what my hair looked like and felt like. And I think, again, the tools that you use, but also how you use them is really important. And so then when it comes to curling my hair, you can curl your hair with this, and I've done it, and I'll just do like something like this and pull it down. You can do a million different ways of curling it if you do it with that, and that's great, and I love doing it like that. But I also like to use like a hair curling tool, because you can get different curls with it, and sometimes it's just, you want to use something different. So then I also have another GHD tool, and this is the GHD Creative Curl, I believe. I'm gonna link everything down below so that you can actually check it out. And I love this curling wand. So this is a tapered curling wand. If you can see, there we go. It's kind of tapered, and it is also like different, like it's not like round, it's kind of oval, if you will. And this is great. This heats up even faster than the straightener, but this is really, really great. I love this. And again, I like the technology that they use, and it could be just like a placebo effect. I guess not placebo effect, but like, you know, when you use it, because technically it's not like a pill or anything, but when you use something, you're like, yeah, it's working. But this, I feel like, does make such a big difference. This is actually the curling wand I used on my wedding day, and I loved the way that my hair looked. And I just, like, this is just the best. Like, I just hold it a few seconds, then release it, and I just feel like my hair looks so good, so shiny, so healthy. And even if I use like 2 tools or all of these tools at once, which is something that I will do with the specific routine I'm using, like my hairdresser will be like, how is your hair in the shape that it is? Like, my hair's so healthy. I always get comments like, what are you using in your hair? Your hair is so shiny, your breakage is growing in so great, like your hair is growing like so fast. And I do truly believe like using really, really good products, but also great tools, even if they're heat tools, but they're the right heat tools for your hair, will make the biggest difference. And I will say all of these have made such a big difference. Now, again, I understand that the heat tools are not cheap, but there's always sales, again, on GHD for like Black Friday and stuff like that. And at Sephora, they have the GHDs. I don't know if they have this curling one, but they have the GHD, and they have the blow dryer. So if you get it on a sale, you can do that. That would be, I mean, that's what I did. I mean, to be clear, that's what I did. I waited for there to be a sale to get all of these. But yeah, you can get these on sales, Nordstrom sale, whatever it is. Like, there's a million opportunities to get it and it not be as expensive, but these are really, really great. And then kind of the last thing that I sometimes will have used, I'm not really using right now, is something for my scalp to just make sure that the hair that's growing out is really healthy. And there's so many different scalp oils that you can use specifically that are really, really good. But yeah, those are the tools I use. And then just kind of at the end of the day, I again use hair ties like these, silk hair ties, and like these bungee style hair ties. I don't use regular hair ties anymore. The breakage was real, honey, with those things. The breakage was so real, and just all types of raggedy. And yeah, that is kind of my routine. I hope that was helpful. Also, I just want to say I use silk pillowcases at night. That has definitely made a difference. It also helps with wrinkling, because not all of us are, 21 anymore. We need a little bit of help with the wrinkles and, the creasing on the face that you can get from pillowcases. And I do feel like the silk pillowcase helps a lot with my hair holding curls. I don't know if that's really true or that's just like in my brain, I'm crazy, but I swear that that is a thing. And yeah, that's really it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this hair care routine has been helpful for you, and I would love to know what products you use. Do you find that the beauty tools that you use have made a difference when you've like switched to something that was maybe a little bit more high end, or something that was just like different, like had different technology? I would love to know. Leave it all down below. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.